Welcome in, guys. As you're popping on, as you're joining us, thank you so much. I'm excited to have you guys here and excited for today, a new week, new coffee chat. Go ahead as you guys are popping on, say hi. And I'm so excited to see you guys. I'm so excited to be back home. I won't lie to you. This morning going to the gym when it was, I would say 30 to 40 degrees to 50 degrees colder than what I had been was a shock to my system. I'm still wearing my Cayman tan, and if I could have that stay, I would have it stay. But I'm excited to be here with you guys. I'm excited to, share with you guys. I am going to make sure that I post this. So yesterday, I believe, some of the videos for CBD and collagen bone broth were released. So some promotion videos, some content videos, some education videos. I will make sure that we get them plugged in here. So good morning, Jamie. Good morning, Susie. Good morning, Albany. Thank you guys so much for joining. And today, Christina, welcome. You guys, I am excited to, chat with you guys. I'm excited to, be here on this Zoom, this Facebook Live. And so really kind of to go along where we've been, one thing to let you know, I talked about it last week, maybe the week before, I'm not sure. But that Mocha is coming out. I know people are wildly excited about that. I still have a canister of Mocha. If someone is hard up, they live in Spokane and would like that, I would gladly share that with you. It just wasn't my thing, but that's all right. I like coffee, but I don't like coffee flavored things. And those of you that do, I'm excited. It was funny yesterday, and we had traveled a couple hours out of town. My son Braxton had a soccer game. My parents went along, and my mom is a tea drinker. And she and my dad stopped to get breakfast, and there was this caramel something over coffee. And I guess my mom loved it. And I've never known her to consume anything coffee. So I share that because I know some people just absolutely love the flavor of coffee. So that is coming out here in the next couple of weeks. We have CBD, we have Hydrate, we have collagen coming. Those are all exciting. And I've been using the collagen now for about 2 weeks. And the funny thing is, I was in the Cayman I was in Pebble Beach last week with John Maxwell, and I had this lady, she's like, man, you have such a nice manicure. And I'm like, no, I don't manicure. And the only thing that I can imagine is the effect of the collagen make my nails look healthy. And I can't say that it's helped my hair grow, but maybe it's helped my skin be a little bit more elastic, which is a great thing. All those benefits come from collagen. If you're not consuming collagen, not drinking collagen, look forward to it because it's a great, enjoyable, sippable product. So to talk a little bit more, I've hit on this a lot. And one of the things I really want to talk to you guys about is now a couple weeks into it, BIA. And I've had the opportunity to share BIA, had the opportunity over the weekend to share BIA with some people. And the reviews are amazing. People love it. And they love the fact of what it tastes like. They really enjoy the fact that it's something different. Good morning, Paulette. And so I know a lot of you have done a tremendous job of sharing BIA, and I really encourage you to share within the group, again, how you're sharing the product. I saw from another team, actually I see, I think Allison's going to be a part of it. They're coming up this Saturday, November 2nd, November 2nd, the Upper Midwest, Minneapolis area, there's going to be a BIA event. And so I will, again, look at those opportunities to share about that product and share the story that the vitamins come from straight from vegetables, come straight from fruits. And, there's no synthetic added minerals, vitamins into BIA. So it's all natural. And I think the story, again, is great. Even for some people, I know I shared it at an event where the event was for a board that I'm on, and they were the recipient of a grant from the ISA Foundation, and they were ecstatic the fact that some of the profits of BIA go towards the foundation. It kind of really helped bring that stuff full circle. So again, be wary of the environment you're around. Be wary of the opportunity to position, share, and again, talk about, not only BIA, but all the other great products that kind of go along with it. I've challenged you guys last week to think about how you can put together packages with BIA. And I think really from a systemization point of view, and that's something I want to talk a little bit about today, because I was on a call last night with some leaders and brought up the questions like, what are you doing different? How are you doing different? What would you do differently? And I think after the years of going through some of this stuff, really identifying the teams that I believe are still, I heard two things. I heard a quote this morning from, John Maxwell, and he was talking about a mortgage company, Movement Mortgage. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. He was talking to the leaders. It's a really unique company. And as they were, talking about how they grew, when everything was going down, they were digging in deeper. And, I had the question last week about business, this or that. And it's like, hey, now is an opportunity to be more creative, to dig deeper and to do the things that others aren't doing. And when I talk to others about network marketing and, there's, what pivots are you making? I think some of the connecting guys, but as well saying, get out, talk to people, get out and, share the product with people face to face. Sorry about a little pause there. I think we'll catch up on the signal for those of you that are watching in on Facebook. It'll come back, I promise. And so I think that's one of the pivots. The other pivot is the fact that, we have such great products that sometimes we forget to talk about. And being vulnerable enough to say, hey, you know what, I'm going to talk. I'm going to share my experiences, and without the fear of rejection. Because once we get past that, once we accept that rejection is possible, and if you guys have, give me a thumbs up, give me a like if you guys have ever been rejected when you've tried to share Isagenix, you've ever had a fear of rejection, because that's reality. And that's reality. And, as I was listening to a book, one of the comments about business and sharing your story was saying, you have to get past, you have to deal with some of those vulnerabilities. And, I think even being open with people and saying, yeah, I'm vulnerable sharing this, a little concerned sharing it, that you're going to say no. You're going to have these negative reactions. And as this lady talked about it, and sharing some of those authentic points really kind of help move everyone along. So that's kind of an idea and a topic I wanted to share today is, again, being willing to share about the new products just as much as the old products. And, we talk about systemization, and part of that is being willing to share. And who are you sharing with? How are you sharing it? Are you, drinking beer in a public place? I see Paulette here, shared with, team moms of a softball team, and all that thing's exciting and part of their goodie bags. That's great. And yet that is something that is, I think, great to do. That's what I did at this event. I shared, some of the BIA and, really opened up conversation, and just for people to start to have that discussion. Not that it was like, buy it here, buy it here, buy it here, but just being willing to start that conversation. And again, being vulnerable enough to share, and for somebody to say, yeah, I don't like it. And that's on them. And you know what? You don't have to own if someone else doesn't like it. That's their personal preference. If you like the product, then great. And if they don't like it, that's okay. And again, getting comfortable with that. And that can be the very start to a system. And, one of the things that I really feel is I look around other leaders that I've mentioned, and they've, the ones that continue to, I would say, chop along and have success. And there's people that are having success in network marketing. There's people like Paulette has been, a master enroller. And I know she just consistently shares, consistent, because she's willing to be, vulnerable and discuss and share because of what it's meant in her life through everything that her life has been. And I think that is something, again, we need to remind ourselves of. And one of the things that I think, we sometimes get held back by is thinking it needs to be perfect, because really the imperfect is perfect. And, realizing that we're going to have, points to learn, points to grow. Those are areas that are a reality for all of us, including myself. And don't think anything, other than that. And I think that is something that I just want to share this morning, that if you're looking at one thing that I can tell you to do is from a systemization, and be in the process of being vulnerable to share, and know that you're going to get rejected. And that's part of the process. And I know some people freak out because they're like, well, I want to do it my own way. Well, that's great. And then the system's not for you, but there's thousands of other people that need to have kind of a step-by-step process. And it can be, great for them to kind of go A to B to C to D. And I think the first part of that is how you share, and understanding and being vulnerable to say, hey, this might not go well, but if I share from my heart and I share out of, just this is my feelings, this is what products have done for me. And again, that isn't pitching someone. There's a big difference to, pitching someone and, hard selling, as opposed to being in a position like what I think Paulette has done is she, shared BIAs with people. That's sharing, that's being vulnerable. If someone's saying it's like, yeah, I taste that, I didn't really like it. Okay. Again, that's on them. And I think some of these new products really give that opportunity. And with that, throwing yourself into a position to get to know and meet new people, because that's a big part of this. That's a big part of, being involved in this business and everything else. So that's about what I had this morning. Not a lot of great detail. Again, new products coming. We have the new videos that I will make sure get shared in this thread for the CBD and the collagen. Dr. Plant has a CBD video. Sarah Richter has a collagen video, and I will make sure you guys get those links to be able to look through, get through. Again, love the ideas. Bring on the ideas about BIA, how you're sharing that when we get into the other new products, or going back, circling back, and, products that maybe we forgot about that are fairly new. Products that released just this fall, the try release and the repair, what successes you're having with those as we especially move on almost 30, I think well over 30 days now since those launched. So what things have you guys loved about those? And, I think those are areas where we just need to continue to, build each other up and celebrate, and knowing where those wins are. So quick 15-minute coffee chat this morning. Talked about a lot of different points here, but wanted to make sure that we hit some of those. And again, looking excited to continue this on. And have a great day, guys. Share those questions, share those ideas and thoughts. And that's exciting. One thing that I think Sherry said here from the Zoom side is, can we share the links to the public? Sure. If they're public to us, they're public to anyone. And, these links that we get in regards to collagen or CBD, if that's something you want to share with people, go for it. So again, have a great day and see you guys tomorrow.